Generally, the target market we have are your family cars and the
Okay.
general repairs. So it's common. However, the consumer habits, I guess, on the suburbs are different.
Are very different.
If
How
you know
could
what
you
I
could
mean,
you elaborate on
yeah.
the how different
Which
are
is
they?
very interesting. There are suburbs, or
Mm.
there are branches that people don't care on, how much you would price them on.
Okay. Okay.
Or they wouldn't ask for a discount.
Okay. Okay.
There are
Okay. Got it.
people in certain suburbs who would really, oh, I
But
referred some time ago, I referred this, so I get this 20 $60
Okay.
because you get referral, yeah. So because they want to avail of as much discount as they could, which is
every year, thousands of people migrate to other countries in search for a better life.
Each one with a story to tell of courage and determination.
Adjusting to a new country is not that easy.
Here at Migrant Tribe, we honor you.
So join us as we share our stories from our journey down under.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Migrant Tribe. Stories from our journey down under, episode 41. This is Joseph. Together with me are the other members of the tribe. There's no John. Yeah, there's no John. But there's a Joey. Hey, Joey. How you doing?
Hello, everyone.
Okay, and there's a Jazmine. Hi, Jazmine.
hello. How are you guys? Good to be back.
Okay, nice to see you again.
Yes.
Okay, so in today's episode, we will learn from a migrant who started a business 10 years ago that has grown from one location. Now they're around three. I think they're working on their fourth, located all around Melbourne. This business that we're talking about is called Talyer Auto. And to talk about her journey is the founder and CEO, also a member of the Migrant Tribe, our very own Jazmine Flores. Hi, Jazmine again. How you doing?
Hey, hello. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, our pleasure. So, first of all, first question. Okay, is it true that the reason you put up Talyer Auto was because you had a very unfortunate incident years ago that you were on your way to a party and then you were all dressed up and your car stopped and you had to push the car wearing your high heels and you told yourself, this should never happen to anyone else. I will create the best auto service ever. Did that happen?
I wish that's a good story.
Yeah,
no?
that was a good
story to tell.
that was a good
Good
backstory
start.
for a business, but
Yeah, I'll probably use that sometime. But no, I was lucky not to be in a situation like that. But yeah, no, that's not
that's how
the
trial is.
story behind that.
Okay, I'm just messing with you. Okay, so first question really. So, if you had to name the three things that you can attribute the success and growth of Talyer Auto, what would be these three things?
I guess failure is the best success story.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we have failed a lot. That's number one. And we have learned a lot
Good.
from all those failures.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the
Can you
most
give one
significant.
failure that kind of stood out from all the other
Uh,
failures that you really learned
think-
a lot?
in any business, it's common, especially small to medium to
Mhm.
growing businesses. So from people to service, to bottom lines and financials and cash flow. So all of it have been key areas of learnings for Talyer as a group, as a
Mhm.
all together combined. Different branches have different stories,
Okay.
different success stories and learning stories of failures. So yeah,
Okay.
so I guess the dynamics of the people
that's
being in a
another
service
good thing. Yep.
industry
The people.
is a
Yes.
good ingredient. Yeah, good learning
Mm-hmm.
ingredient.
It's like what they say. Your people is kind of like your best asset. Correct. I guess you would agree with
Yeah,
that. Just.
yeah, I totally agree.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know with small business when you start off, you have very limited resources like funds, manpower, equipment. Could you share some of those little hacks that helped Talyer in its early days?
I guess it's really having a niche market, which we focused, and that was the reason why it's named Talyer Auto.
Okay.
To really initially focus on the demographics of our fellow Filipinos, and I guess finding your niche and focusing on it
Mhm.
and growing it and really mastering what you intend to do operationally, marketing within that niche
Mhm.
can help you scale up. So I guess that's a good hack
Okay.
for
Okay.
any industry or any kind of business, I guess. And then because you can keep doing trial error
Right.
because it's a small niche, it's not
Right.
as massive as yet. So that when you're ready to scale up, then you can be you know already what it takes to what a successful and cost efficient and lean operations will be.
Okay.
So yeah.
And and when you first started here in Melbourne 10 years ago, so no one was specifically catering to that market, that Filipino market, that to the point that you
Yeah.
actually called yourself Talyer, which probably most non-Filipinos
It's a
will.
household.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. So that really helped to take off. And just really being there and connecting with different communities. And at the time, it wasn't as dynamic as what we have right now.
Mhm.
Wasn't that? Yeah, it was an easy takeoff, I would say,
Oh, good.
with the right market, the right approach, the right strategy, pricing, and promotions. All those things, all the mix, the marketing mix
Mhm.
implemented, the basic of operations. It took off well and good, and yeah, the rest is really stabilizing and catching up on the trumbles.
Probably just to backtrack a little bit. You took over Talyer before, right? The backstory, and it was it started, and then there was a big challenge, right? Would you be able to share that? There's a big challenge, and then you were able to turn this whole thing around.
Yeah, because the first, I guess it's more of organizational change, which happens to most organizations, especially if it's a small and family-owned
Yep.
company. So things
Mhm.
change within internally. So pivoting it's you get to a point of deciding you'll give up or you'll continue from and then start from scratch again.
Mhm.
So pivoting it is a big leap, I guess. And at the time, with resources and everything that's going on, so it was a big pivot for Talyer.
Big pivot.
Mhm.
Which is connects to that question. There is a saying, success is the worst teacher. What were some of the hard lessons that helped you grow as a business owner?
I guess as I've said initially, all the failures I get are really the best for me. For me, it's the best teacher for all the years that and it's still learning. It's still a learning
Right.
journey as we scale up, as we grow, and it's in a different stage now too, and a lot are more involved now with everything. So yeah, there were a lot of hard lessons, and for me, managing and holding on to the vision you initially put it up for,
Mhm.
I guess really is strong as it's as difficult to maintain, to get
Okay.
through.
Okay, so looking back now, knowing what you know, if you had to start over, what is there something that you would do differently?
Oh yeah. That's the reason why scaling up now is easier than ever, because I can really say I've learned a lot from the
Mhm.
first and the second. Now the third is okay, this is easier, and so on. So yes, definitely there are um, many things that could have been better. And now doing it again is a lot easy.
A lot easier. So like rinse and repeat kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. Another question. Okay. So other than the members of the Migrant Tribe, who are some of the people that you kind of look up to? Of course, we don't want to sound biased and all that, but like, who are some of the people, especially probably in your field, that you kind of look up to? Are there particular I don't want to call idols, but some
Icons.
icons, or that you want to emulate, or
Sir Richard Branson, yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah,
The
because you have
British,
yeah.
Virgin Airlines.
Is that why you like red?
Yes. Oh yeah, actually, but I do really admire Sir Richard Branson with his principles and leadership and business and the aggressiveness, the vision, everything, all learnings you can get out of. Yeah.
Yes, and he is definitely a risk taker, literally. I mean, not just in business, but
true in space, no.
but for his life as well.
For his life.
Well, actually, you just mentioned space. You know what? There's a race in space. So, what are we looking at in the future? Would there be a Talyer Auto in space?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I wish. Just
yes,
even a tiny logo, no? Yeah.
Kidding aside, but
Yeah.
but you I mean, actually, one of probably the key things that we can always, or we cannot deny, is this: a true success of Talyer Auto is actually also with your vision, your leadership, and you're not just actually involved in Talyer Auto. You actually have other projects that you simultaneously running along the background. How did you get that bandwidth at all to be able to do that? I mean, everyone would say, would have. I mean, you're not a typical, wife or mom, shall we say? Or the idea there is, how can you fit them all of those things that you're doing and with the success of this business?
Yeah, I also asked myself the same, but I guess I'm really passionate about. I think I'm thankful I know my purpose, so I guess I'm living up to it and holding on to it, and really just focused. Like, couldn't take my eyes off it. So that drives everything. The rest is just the drills, the exciting drills that goes with it. But yeah, I can do like 17-hour a day work day, 7 days a week. The momentum is there. Yeah.
Good. Another question also is, some business owners out there, they avoid partnering with others, thinking that sometimes a lot of times partnerships don't work out. But I think, as I know that one of your growth strategies was to partner with other people. Could you dwell on that a bit? Like, some people would avoid that, but obviously in your case it works. Can you say something about that?
Yes. It's one of the most difficult
Challenges
areas to troubleshoot, like dynamics of the people and managing conflicts. which I have tried to really learn over the years and improve, including myself.
Mhm.
It's part of the journey I had. Now, there's I guess I'm blessed to have to be a strong gut feel person. So I get to really I manage to mix and match the right people in the dynamics of it.
In the right situation.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
right location, or business, or branch, or yeah. So I guess that helped, and I have learned a lot over the years. So now it's more of really fine. It's a fine-tuned versions of it.
Yeah.
So and people, yeah, people come and go. A lot have learned, and I've learned a lot from them.
Okay.
Everyone contributed a lot to the organization. They're always appreciated over the years. And now, it's always just gonna get better. So, yeah.
Okay. Another question. Okay. So the Australian government gives out a lot of these grants and programs to businesses. Was Talyer able to avail of some of these? And if yes, how's the process? Yeah, could you mention some of these if you can? And how is the process in applying for these? And I know people out there who probably think you're putting up their business, and they heard of some of these grants and programs, but they probably don't know how to, avail of them.
Yeah, we were lucky to be in an industry that can operate during the lockdowns.
Mhm.
So we were not able to avail all grants, but we got at least before the JobKeeper. So
Okay.
that really helped the businesses at the time, and then the industry supports that the industry support that we get being a part of the Victorian Automobile Chamber of Commerce.
Mhm.
Get little support from them, not just financial,
Mhm.
even managing the business, everything,
Oh, okay.
apprentices. Yeah,
Okay.
so we get a good industry support group, but not all government financial grants we're able to get because we operate. So and we've been so blessed to be in a position that we don't have to rely on the grants. So the businesses are able to maintain the branches. So and even expanded during the lockdown. So it's been a good achievement, I guess, for the brand itself.
To recap, what brands, what branches you have right now?
So we have the very first one in Highpoint, 10 years old branch. 5 years after we opened Dandenong South, and then another 5 years after we have the Epping branch just 3 months ago. So
Wow.
yeah, and hopefully this end of the year we'll have our 4th branch
Oh, wow.
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 in the
Okay.
far west, actually, Joey.
Really? Okay.
Okay.
We're looking forward to that. Okay.
Yes.
Now with these branches, probably the other question to ask is, how often you go around with these branches?
Good one, because one gets envy on the other. So I have to manage. I have 7 days a week, so I have to manage that. And there was even a time I have to be in the 3 branches in the same day. So the amount of traveling that, but it's good. It's so fulfilling, and each branch have each different culture dynamics
Strengths and weaknesses.
yeah. So it's so good. It's so even I'm really tired driving around, but the feeling of fulfillment is there. So yeah.
Okay, so this kind of just thought about this question just now. So you're in different areas, okay? So have you noticed that there's a different behavior of the customers in different area? Like certain areas, they usually do this. They want to this is what they want fixed usually. But in this branch, they're very strong on this. Or is there such a thing in your industry?
Generally, the target market we have are your family cars and the general repairs. So it's common. However, the consumer habits, I guess, on the suburbs are different.
Are very different.
If
How
you know what I
could
mean?
you elaborate on that? How different
Which is
they?
very interesting. There are suburbs, or there are branches that people don't care on, how much you would price them on.
Okay.
or they wouldn't ask for a discount.
Okay.
There are
Got
people
it.
in certain suburbs who would really, I referred some time ago, I referred this, so I get this $20, $60.
Okay.
Because you get referral, yeah? So, because they want to avail of as much discount as they could, which is really good. We were helping, so yeah.
That's
Interesting.
interesting. Considering that it's pretty much within generally generally Melbourne, but still each branch
Yeah.
you'd have a different demographic or different behavior for your clientele. That's good. That's
Right.
interesting. Okay, so you mentioned a future branch, your fourth branch.
Yes.
Are we talking about interstate? Maybe
To
another
be
couple
honest,
years?
I was approached and I've been really humbled to be
Oh,
known in another state with all the promotions we're doing in the community. So there's a group who's keen to also open somewhere up there. So it's a possibility, yes, and I'm open anyway. So yeah.
okay.
It's a plug and play system. So right people, location, and a strong brand and system support is an easy takeoff.
Okay. So Joey kind of touched about this earlier, kind of like how you're so busy. Just a quick rundown. Give us a quick rundown on your typical day. What time do you wake up? What time do you start? By what time are you done? You have lunch like what, 3 o'clock, or I don't know.
Before that rundown, how often are you on the phone? That's probably one thing.
Well, one of my business is a call center, so I'm as busy as a call center. So the phone is really
Never
as
stop.
busy as yeah. I make the most because efficiency is the game, man.
Mhm.
So I only deal with efficient things and technology as well. So for you to visualize it better, I have 3 EAs who
Mhm.
runs 3 shifts because it has to be. So everything
Round the
is
clock.
running. So that things are running even on different time zones. So we have clients in US and
Yep.
Philippines and Asia and Canada. So yeah, and we have Talyer. So yeah,
So
it's okay.
You have an EA
It's,
in here already, or all?
offshore
Okay.
on 3 time zones. 3 time zones, yeah, 3
okay.
time zones.
So you're awake in
So it's all
3 time
covered.
zones.
Yeah.
So your day
Well, they
starts
are, but
4 o'clock
Okay.
in the morning.
at least for the peace of mind of my stakeholders, things are still working even if it's different, even if it's time zone, even if it's busy, even if there are other businesses.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I have my VIPs, my daughters, so drop everything. I call them VIPs because you drop everything for them.
course.
So
Oh.
Right. Okay. So now with the rundown, okay, you're not gonna get away from that question.
So I do the power hour, power hour.
Yes.
20 power hour, and then my first EA the first person I have to speak is the EA because she runs the day for all the core for my Philippine operations. So
Mhm.
that's because everything is to her, so that's at least 7.
Mhm.
So by that time it should be up and ready and on the go. And then depending on the day, I am on certain places. So there's the driving, but throughout the whole thing, there are meetings on Zoom, on the phone, not Zoom, but at least on the calls.
Mhm.
And this is the most usable device that I can never lose because
That's
that's
an extension of your of your ear.
I think
Uh,
because left and right gets drained, two phones gets drained, so that's how busy it is. So you can imagine the life of this new technology is really good at the battery life, but still
Yes,
gets
yes,
drained.
I know that. I
For
realized
me.
that it's like kind of takes months before you start charging again.
True.
Normally.
So it's
Yes,
and
continue.
then meetings and attending to the core, at least to the core, and I've managed in a way that I just deal with the people I have to deal with
Mhm.
and take the calls that I can take. So because you're a part of it, don't worry. When I see your name, I would take your or a call back. So I operated in that system of
Okay,
at
you
least
are all witness to that.
streamlining
She
recorded
just said that. Okay, she takes our calls.
streamline
Okay.
because and then the wrap up because there's night operations for
Mhm.
the other centers. So and and the
Okay.
foundation.
So
And you have the foundation too. Remember the
Yeah.
Empower Me Foundation.
Yeah, empower me. That's the passion, because it has to be there, and that's the long
Right.
term, and that's part of the why. So it's so fulfilling. By the way, when you service a Talyer, $1 goes to Empower Me Foundation.
Yep.
So thank you so much.
okay. So how do you enjoy? How do you relax? How do you unwind if you do still have time? Um, what do you do to relax and unwind?
It is the work that is the the relaxing part. Now, I think the time that I get to do like self improvement things are the things that is the unwinding for me. Um, self improvement still, and just keep on driving people and things and organizations.
Okay.
Well, you said you're often on the road lately, right?
Mm.
So how do you make use of that time? I mean, I think everyone just to relate this in auto usage, right? How do you make use of that time when you're on the road? Is it more on phone calls, or do you educate yourself? What do you do?
So I have an auto podcast. So if I'm not on the phone, I just play it because it's already pre-selected to the ones that I want to listen to. So there's no idle. Or if I have to think, then the long drives are good times to think. So it's really good. Otherwise, it's always maximized on phone calls as well, offshore, onshore.
Okay.
Time is the biggest investment for me. I think.
Exactly. Actually, I would kind of say money actually is something you can earn that again. But but time, once it's consumed, it's
You're gonna recreate it. Yes.
you can't get it back. So that's the value of time. So it's kind of wrap it up now. So let's say if an advice, let's say for someone who's just starting their business, who's only barely 1 year, still trying to see if this is going to work or not. Any advice? Should they get a mentor, or should they study more, or what would be some like 3 takeaways that you can give to, let's say, those people are in the process of starting their business or currently growing their business?
I guess I agree with get a mentor.
Mhm.
Doesn't have to be, paid mentor or
Right.
consultant, but at least someone you look up, through with pattern of business or behavior or decision making in one area of the whole not just business but life in general.
Yep.
That will help because I believe, I'm always in different aquariums. I call it aquariums. So each aquarium, I want to be not just always the shark, because you're already the big fish there. So I always also want to be like in our group. That's why I appreciate it a lot also, because you get to be a medium-sized fish. And sometimes I want to
Okay.
be a goldfish with full of sharks, because it's where you learn. That's where you scale up. And I join business groups. I join other like the master classes that we've attended. So things like that. It helps to be more scalable. And I like those things, because I can't, if you'll be just in your world of business and employees, you'll be limited to that. You won't be that scalable. So might as well expand or move to a different aquarium. I really call it aquarium. So yeah,
That's a good term. That's I've never heard of that term before, but
Is there
that's a good one. Yeah. Okay.
So shall we say there's like 5 aquariums that you're jumping on
You're
all
swimming
along?
yeah. Yeah, like maybe 2 of that I am the biggest. I'm the shark there, because they're all, not that they're just mechanics, but the strategic level of where it's going to take, how big the aquarium will be is up to you in a
Right.
year or so. But then you want to be a little goldfish in a big
the other
pond too.
aspect.
Yeah.
So
Where
So
they're
Migrant
all-
Tribe is one of the
Yeah.
aquariums.
Yes.
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 it's the
That's
tiny
why.
aquarium.
I mean, at the very least, I can be in all fellow medium-sized fish, where we're all the tilapia.
We're
there.
honored.
Yes, all the
Tilapia.
prawns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Krill,
Yeah.
krill,
That's
mga krill.
Great analogy there. So
Yeah.
so I'd say like you just get mentor, continuous learning. Yeah, we've always heard
Continuous
that.
learning. And keep the positivity.
Correct. Yeah.
You're never gonna get wrong, because it's just contagious. It's I know it turns things around. It's magic. It just makes things happen, just like that. So, and I've seen that a lot of times with all this everything up and down. Still keeping the heads up and just being very, very focused on the vision.
Right. Yeah, correct. So I guess it's safe to say, like, it's the steady ones that last.
Yeah.
Don't go in expecting that it's going to be a rocket zooming straight up. No,
True.
it's going to be increments, small increments. And and I'm sure before you knew it, you're already 10 years and you didn't realize that already 10 years.
True.
Like, parang,
Yeah.
and we just started.
You didn't look older for 10 years now, right?
Yun. I wish. Yeah, but because you enjoy what you're doing, and I think now is really, I would say, it's been good. And I look back, like everything from furniture to little screws at the shop, and oh my gosh, this is one of the 10-year-old things here, because I know exactly the story of each of the little stuff
Things.
in each shop. Yeah, so I get to, oh wow, this is there. And
Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe one of these days we should have an episode and you give us a tour of your shop and the meaning of each thing.
yes, live.
Dick and corner. every
Yes.
corners. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you again, Jazmine, for sharing your journey,
Thank you.
your
Thank
Talyer
you.
journey for the last 10 years. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
More power to you and all of you out there. Thank you again for I hope you were inspired by our Migrant Tribe member Jazmine.
So join Migrant Tribe. You'll be in a
Join
different
us.
aquarium.
Yes, join our
Aquarium.
Keep watching.
continue watching. Yes, continue watching. If you
Yes.
like what you hearing from our channel, please like and subscribe. And yeah, every Tuesdays we'll have new episodes. Okay, so if nothing else. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.